Greetings, good people. Thanks for clicking on the video and welcome. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's Tuesday, October 14th, and everybody seems to be beefing again. Okay. We thought we were in the clear. We thought we were out of the woods, but apparently not. All right. So we got K.MICHELLE. It's being alleged that she's shaking the table over there at Bravo, and her and Drew Sidora got into it. K.MICHELLE is denying it. I'm going to touch on that. Wendy Osefo, okay, last week, her and her husband Eddie, they were arrested and charged with fraud. Well, Wendy Osefo, her controversy is getting worse. She's gotten fired, okay? We're going to get into that. And Kevin Federline, who is the ex-husband of Britney Spears, he's expressing concerns for Britney Spears. He has a new memoir coming out. Some people are saying he's using this opportunity to promote his book. We don't know if he really has concerns for her or not. I'm going to get into that. We got a couple of other hot topics sprinkled before that, okay? As you're coming in, please like the video. Drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. And if you are new here, welcome and subscribe, okay? So a couple of church announcements before we get into some of these hot topics, ladies and gentlemen. Memberships are active on the channel. Yes, your girl has memberships, okay? So be sure to check out the link that is going to be pinned in the comments section. Also, I did launch my Patreon, all right? Calling all patrons who want some exclusive content and an easier way to connect and discuss and share your thoughts on quote unquote controversial topics, I guess you could say. The Patreon is live as well. There's some content up over there. Be sure to check that out. The links for Patreon and to join the memberships will be pinned in the comment section. All right. All right. So now that those church announcements are over, let's get into something that I thought was interesting, I guess. Okay, y'all know Chat GPT is taking over. AI is taking over. The internet is just a scary place these days, all right? So check this out, right? So Sam Altman, he is announcing that Chat GPT will soon be able to engage in grown-up interactions with age-verified adults starting in December. Why? Why? I'm just trying to find out why. Things like this make me feel like the internet was a huge mistake. I just think that some people are never satisfied until stuff goes completely awry and destroys people's lives in the process, because that's exactly what I see happening with this. This is absolutely, from a psychological standpoint, this is dangerous. People are already withdrawing from human interaction because they're so distracted by the internet and electronics, so on and so forth. So what's going to become of this? Child, y'all do whatever y'all want. Y'all are not going to be satisfied until this world is just completely destroyed. And what I mean by destroyed, I mean literally destroyed, until we're all just piles of dust and dirt and rock. This is sick, okay? And it's absolutely positively perverse. But whatever, y'all gonna do what the hell y'all want to do anyway. I'm not even getting into that article. I did read it, but I thought I wanted to read a little bit more, and it's just weird. Everybody wants to know what's the reason. People say they just want to be able to upload videos that need editing. We don't want this. Who asked for this? It's disgusting. Let's move along quickly. All right, y'all. Speaking of cooked, okay, I don't know what everyone's fascination is with this young man. Shamar, he's being dubbed as a rapper. So he, of course, was invited to a Florida public school to inspire young children. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Take a look at this, y'all. Oh my God, this is so and they're playing music. What's the reason for this? This is foolishness and buffoonery. I don't care what anybody says. Um, how is this helping our children? Oh, they're just having fun. Yeah, that's the problem. Too much of anything is not good. These kids have access to social media. They're always online. That's exactly why they know who he is. Look, Yeah, we cooked, y'all. Somebody said that's nice and all, but we are cooked as a community. Yeah, to some degree, yes. There's a small population that thinks that this is okay. Why are we bringing this social media star? I guess he was made popular because he was being made fun of because of his disability. He engages in all types of foolishness online, cussing people out, arguing. I wish I would see my kids screaming over someone like this. We cooked, y'all. We are absolutely cooked. What's those reading scores like in this school? This is Florida. Huh? What's the standardized testing? What percentile is this school in as far as their standardized testing? What they do, I don't know what they do in Florida. FCAT or whatever the heck they call it. ACE something. Someone says special needs, showing kids that they can be anything that they want. I don't see a problem. We had rappers come to our schools too. Shamar special needs and was homeless. So for you haters, understand that this is beautiful to no, it's not. It's not beautiful. It's stupid. It's stupidity. It's buffoonery. It's foolishness. I as a parent, no, absolutely not. This why I'm so fine with homeschool. No thanks. I wish my sweet baby would come home shaking her hip. You will be singing a different tune. I clock that. Lord have mercy. Love, love, love that he's winning. He ain't never let his discipline stop. That this has nothing to me. I'm not coming from an angle of him being a disabled person. I just think that what he engages in and what he entertains online is straight up foolishness. It is. And this is exactly why the reading and comprehension skills and scores are in the toilet below the Mason-Dixon line in Florida. Didn't they do a report not too long ago that the school system in Florida is terrible or something like that? Anyway, y'all can have that. No, thank you. Not interested. All right. Speaking of cooked still and dancing, Britney Spears. Take a look at Britney. So Kevin Federline is scared that something will happen to her. This is TMZ. Let me see if I can play a little bit of this.
According to excerpts obtained by the New York Times from his upcoming book, You Thought You Knew, Federline says he fears Britney's situation is racing towards something irreversible, even alleging that their sons once told him Britney watched them sleep while holding a knife. He writes, "It's become impossible to pretend that everything's okay. Something bad is going to happen if things don't change, and my biggest fear is that our sons will be left holding the pieces." Now, Federline says he hasn't spoken to Britney in years, though he's largely raised their two sons, Sean Preston and Jaden James. He also claims that the Free Britney movement, which helped end her 13-year conservatorship in 2021, may have done more harm than good. In the book, he calls for a new Save Britney movement, saying that it is no longer about freedom, it is about survival.
It is sad to see her like this. I think that whoever is close to her is just watching her destroy her or just watching her slowly deteriorate. And I think that they're probably waiting by, in the shadows, just waiting for it all to go extremely bad, right? So that they can swoop in and take advantage. That's my opinion. Someone said, I have a feeling MK Ultra has something to do with her. Someone said he's not wrong. We all see it coming. Someone else wrote, instead of just writing about it in a memoir, why not actually help her? If you can't see her in person, at least send a health team or something. So here's my question. Does Britney Spears live in this house alone? She lives by herself? Like, does she have a caretaker? Does she have, if she's taking medication, any sort of like psychotropic drugs or anything like that, does she have like a healthcare professional that's monitoring her? I know that she was let out of the conservatorship, fine. But like, where her mama at? Where's her, well, maybe not her father. Where's her sister? We oftentimes just see her on camera just dancing. She was in the restroom at a restaurant, and then she's always in her house. There have been reports that her home is just in disarray. No one lives with her? I don't know. Who the heck knows? He was her biggest downfall. Yeah, he added to it. I don't want to hear nothing that man has to say. he's contributed a lot to her stress and ruin her image by. I mean, that's true, right? I mean, I don't disagree with that statement, but he could also express concern as well because they have children together. And of course, I'm sure the boys love their mother and they see what's going on. So he's concerned for their safety and their well being as well. I'm not buying Kevin Federline's book, and I'm not interested in anything that he has to say either. He could be concerned, and he could also be using this situation to try to capitalize off of this situation, especially knowing how people feel about Britney Spears. You know, she's very loved, and people are concerned for her. There was a whole Free Britney movement, for Christ's sake. So her fans, her supporters, you know, and people who are just compassionate care about her and her situation and her well-being. So he's going to use this to benefit. I won't be buying the book, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be on a press run. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see him sitting down with Gail, or sitting down with TMZ or whosoever promoting his book. So listen, he's taking care of his kids. He got to feed his family, right? So it's work, okay? Someone says something bad already happened to him. Why is his memoir about someone else? Well, she is a part of his life. I mean, they have kids together, so I'm pretty sure the whole book, well, I don't know. Hopefully the whole entire book won't be about Britney Spears. All we can do, those of us who are just looking from a distance, is wish Britney Spears all the best. That's all we can do. And he can be afraid that something may happen to her, but you know what? God works in mysterious ways. You know, she may be perfectly all right well into her old age. You never know. So I'm going to continue to wish her nothing but the best. And I'm not going to say, oh, I see what's coming. I can't see into the future. I'm not Raven Baxter. And no one knows what's going to happen or what is not going to happen. Anywho, speaking of happening, the people say K.MICHELLE over there shaking the table over at Bravo and hip hop. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So it was reported that I don't remember where I saw it. I saw it earlier. Anyway, so it was reported that K.MICHELLE, and it's being rumored, I should say, that K.MICHELLE, formerly of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, now of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Drew Sidora of Real Housewives of Atlanta, got into an altercation. Okay, that is what was being reported. Well, K.MICHELLE, she's seemingly denying it, but she's throwing shade in true K.MICHELLE fashion. All right. So she initially denies swinging on Drew amid sources close to the show claiming that there was almost an altercation. And she said, "Stop lying on me. I haven't swung or had any type of physical altercation with anyone in years. I have a whole career and a lot I'm working towards. I'm a grown woman. It's not cute or cool. Leave me alone." And then she goes on to say, to make something up like that and paint me as violent of any sort is crazy, a complete lie. I don't fight. I'm grown. Leave me alone. All right. So apparently the rumors and the allegations did not stop, because then in true K.MICHELLE fashion, she proceeds to throw shade. The audacity. I would never fight someone whose edges and eyebrows are in a fight daily. Leave me out of it. So this is an indicator to me, you know, having experienced watching K.MICHELLE and all her antics on reality television, that there is some static between her and Drew. Because why would she resort to speaking about her physical appearance? So something in the milk ain't clean and something is afoot, okay? Now, while I was scrolling on Twitter, some people were like outraged and appalled, like, K.MICHELLE needs to relax. This ain't love and hip. You know, we're going to hear that all season. This ain't love and hip hop. Everybody's going to be talking about love and hip hop, and this ain't love and hip hop. Need I remind you that things got a little bit, you know, violent on Housewives of Atlanta in particular? Do you guys remember the scepter and Kenya being dragged off the reunion couch onto the ground? Do we not remember that? Let's go further back. Remember when Miss Sheree was tugging on Kim's blonde wig outside? Like literally tugging on her wig and all in her face? Do you recall when Nene was accused of spitting she spit in Kenya's direction? She was far away from her, but spitting at Kenya. So these ladies on Bravo are no stranger to controversy. Okay, Teresa from Housewives of New Jersey, she knocked Andy over at the reunion to get to. It was Melissa she was trying to get to, right? Her sister-in-law. Teresa literally shaking the table, getting violent. These ladies ain't no stranger to violence. Listen, I want to see what it's given. Um, I really hope that K. Michelle just uses this opportunity or uses this platform, I should say, to the best of her advantage. Like, don't walk away without getting something out of this. Like, use it to the best of your ability. I do think that she is going to be a fan favorite. At least I'm keeping my fingers and my toes crossed that she is. I do like K. Michelle can be a bit much at times, but I think that she is good for television. And I just hope that she does it the right way. You know what I'm saying? I really do. So we shall see. So someone commented, K. Michelle is going to give us comedy gold this upcoming season. Seated. Yes, she is. She totally is. I really don't like her for this show. I'm sorry. Kate never been the aggressor. People just jealous of her beautiful aura. She always ends it. Oh, that she does. She doesn't seem to me. She doesn't seem to start it. Oh, but she will. She will keep it going and finish it if need be. RHOA is at the end of the road with this new edition. All they had to do was bring Nene back and we could have settled this mess. No, Nene doesn't need to come back. It's a wrap. I want to see Nene move on and do other things. I've said this in plenty of other videos pertaining to Nene over the years. I don't want Nene associated heavily anymore with the Housewives of Atlanta brand. She will always be the top tier housewife, right? I just think that there's so much more out there for Nene to explore. And as she's maturing in age and maturing in her career, I want to see her dip her toe in many other things. She got her little show that she was doing. I guess they must be on break. I don't know what she's gonna come back with. Is she gonna come back with the show? I just want to see her get back into acting. I could totally see Nene doing. I said this a long time ago. Nene doing like a dating reality show where she is pretty much dating like millionaires, kind of like a matchmaker type of deal. I could see her doing that. I could see her hosting, like a game show or something like that, something fun. So Nene has so many other talents that need to be explored and displayed. Her coming back to the Housewives would be her taking 20 steps back. It's a wrap. It's time for her to move on. Red wig K. Michelle activated. Drew's wig is sitting in a far better position than K. Michelle's. Like, girl. Woo, this season is going to be interesting because you have some K. Michelle fans and then you have people who are not fans of K. Michelle. Well, I will be seated and I will be tuned in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you are liking the video. If you haven't liked the video yet, you still have time, and make sure you're sharing the video, dropping your comments, all that YouTube good stuff. All right, y'all. Now for the main event. Lord have mercy. So Wesleyan University reportedly drops Dr. Wendy Osefo from teaching role amid fraud scandal. Are we surprised, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not. So it's not looking too good for Dr. Wendy Osefo. So the university has officially confirmed that she's been replaced in her sociology course following all the chaos surrounding her name. Now, according to the Wesleyan Argus, Associate Professor Courtney Patterson Fay has now taken over Wendy's class, the Sociology of Reality TV, Race, Colorism, and Xenophobia, for the rest of the semester. Students were reportedly notified through an email from the Al Britton Center director, who explained that Wendy would no longer be teaching. I'm pretty sure they saw it all over social media. Wait a minute, what's this course? The Sociology of Reality TV, Race, Colorism, and Xenophobia. What that syllabus? Somebody, I wish I'd seen the syllabus. You know what? Maybe I could go to the school's website, the university's website, and look it up. They have a description of the course. That's an interesting course. Anyway, some students say that the news came as a shock, describing Wendy as cool and funny in class. One even said that they were emailing her about an assignment when they learned that she wouldn't be coming back. As a reminder, Wendy and her husband were hit with 16 counts, including felony insurance fraud, conspiracy, and making false statements to police after allegedly staging a home burglary and claiming nearly $500,000 in fake insurance losses. Do you think that the university made the right call dropping her, or should they have waited until all the facts came out? Unfortunately, they don't have to wait until all the facts came out. The fact that they were arrested, well, the facts did come out. Um, the court documents were circulating online. When we did the recent episode, when I did the recent episode of What the Friday, okay, we read some of the documents. So they have proof that these people committed insurance fraud. And unfortunately, especially now in this economy, these colleges and universities can't afford to have this type of press associated with their institution, because who is providing them with funding? They may, their donors may pull out, or their shareholders, stakeholders, whatever, they may pull out. Donations may stop. People may pull their kids out of school. You'll be surprised. They're not trying to lose money for this. And granted, I'm sure that they probably have professors who have done harm, who have done like actual violent crimes, and they're probably on the payroll still. But listen, when you ain't got the complexion for the protection, you got to be very careful how you navigate in these ghetto states of America. You do. You absolutely do. I think it's the best thing for her. Not to mention, if she was still teaching and she was on campus teaching, imagine all of the press. The negative, first of all, this is bad, okay? So imagine all of the people that'll be trying to come up there, paparazzi trying to come up there taking photos, trying to interview people on campus, probably trying to talk to the dean of students, the dean of the sociology department. Nobody want to deal with all of that, especially if they don't know what the heck is going on. So to keep all of that stuff at bay, it's best, girl, maybe they'll hire you next year when all this is over, or maybe when all of this is over completely, and if you're vindicated and if you ain't got to do no time, maybe we'll hire you back. But it's a business decision. It's not personal. So do I think that the university made the right decision? If I'm thinking from a business owner and I have to protect my business, my reputation, my business name, yeah, girl, who knows? They're probably still in communication with her. You never know. But, oh, Lord, this is just bad. Someone said, what happened to innocent until proven guilty? Someone else wrote, I know her mama's somewhere pissed. I know, right? Could have sworn she said she stopped being a professor last season. Did she? I don't watch. Somebody said, right. Somebody said at Johns Hopkins, she accepted another position soon afterwards. She was giving her own course and all. Oh, okay. So, because I'm like, the what? Sociology of reality TV. So they actually gave her own course. Child, yeah, man. They got to let her go for now. Wendy just got hired at Wesleyan in November 2024. Hasn't even been a year. Man. Oh my goodness. She has truly messed up her reputation and livelihood. But I remember when I reported on this, when I talked about this on a recent episode of What the Friday, I said to myself, it's sad that people feel like they have to go to great lengths to keep up appearances and to appear financially well off. A lot of Black people do it, and a lot of Black people face scrutiny for things that they don't have, especially on a platform like this. Everyone's saying that she shouldn't have done this, she messed herself up. Yeah, she did. But if she was on the Real Housewives of Potomac, living in a very extremely modest house that she owned, her husband owned, if she was driving a non-foreign car and she wasn't dressed in designer, I guarantee she would be the talk of the town, and not in a good way. So it's unfortunate that people feel that type of pressure to keep up with the Joneses. And it was reported that they were in debt. So they allegedly committed this fraud to use the money to pay down some of the debts and that they had. And I'm sure they were going into debt because they were living above their means. A lot of people in this country live above their means. Hell, even regular 9 to 5 everyday workers, people live above their means as well. And sometimes it's hard not to, because, the economy is jacked up. A lot of people are not making money to match the cost of living. So, it's inevitable for some people. You know what I mean? So I'm not, I don't think she's a horrible person. I don't know. I don't even watch Potomac. I remember when this show was going to air, and I thought that I wanted to review it, but I don't know what it was. I forgot what it was that turned me off from the show. I watched like a couple of episodes from the very first season. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not interested. But yeah, I did remember reading, when she joined the cast. I did remember reading about her because she got her one of her degrees from Rutgers in New Jersey. So I was like, okay, girl. Shout out to Jersey, because I'm a Jersey girl. So I was like, okay. But I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna weasel their way out of this. But y'all gotta face the music. Fraud is fraud. If someone stole from you who's listening, if someone stole, let's say someone stole money from you, you'd want them to suffer the consequences of their behavior, right? So I don't know. I just hate how people rejoice over negativity. It's more sickening than the act/issue of the person you're rejoicing about. I agree with that, because I did see online, like I said, I don't watch Potomac, but I did see online where people, like some of the cast members, I guess people were throwing shade. I guess I don't know. Yeah, you definitely should be punished for your behaviors, or have consequences for your behaviors. Literally was not worth it. I'd KILL to know what her mama is saying. Probably filled with shame and embarrassment. I want people to understand that having fraud allegations attached to your name when you are teaching at a university is a big deal, right? I just hate this for Wendy. Yeah. Yeah. And it's being reported that her husband is supposed to be disbarred as well. He's going to be disbarred. Yeah, you can't play around with stuff like this, man. You got to be very, very careful, especially when you ain't got the complexion for the protection. But also, why would you even want to do this? The risk is just so high. Like, it's too much of a risk. You have a lot to lose. It's not like you're a couple that doesn't have anything to lose. You have a lot to lose. Why would you put it on the line? There has to be a deeper issue here. But I'm pretty sure it'll all come out. But I wish them all the best, and I wish them the best of luck. So you got to face the music, kiddos. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. I am signing off. Please don't forget to like the video. You still have time. I do want to thank you for watching. Also, don't forget that the membership link is going to be pinned in the description, along with the Patreon link. It's going to be pinned in the description as well. All right. So be sure to check it out. I would definitely love to have you become a member, or you can become a Patreon, whichever one you choose. You don't have to do both, but if you did, that'd be great, but you don't have to. It's one or the other. I really created the membership for people who don't use Patreon, or who don't like Patreon, don't have Patreon, don't want to download or sign up for another app. The benefits are pretty much going to be similar, very similar, with a little bit of differences between the two. So if you want to sign up for Patreon, then that's fine. If not, if you want to do the membership right here on the YouTube channel, that's your option as well. Okay, so I'll give you some sort of a variety. All right, y'all, I will be back, and hopefully you will too. I love you for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you later.